This training organized by the Center for Professional Development, IUM today. I am Dr. Raini from the Learning Design Unit CPD, and inshallah I'll be your moderator for this training. Before we start, let's recite umur kitab. Alhamdulillah, for today's training, we are blessed with an excellent speaker, Mr. Hadi Abdul Razak. He is well known for his strong dedication to blending technology with education and strive to create impactful learning experiences through his expertise in the educational game design, web programming, and digital literacy tools. Before I go with the overview of today's training, followed by introducing your speaker further, I'd like to call the Director of CPD, Prof. T.S. Dr. Mira Katiwi, for her welcoming remarks.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Raini, and good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. First, I would like to thank the speaker, Mr. Abdul Hadi. I have actually seen your presentations, I think, in ACRI last time. So,
Thank you.
as one of the finalists, right? So,
Yeah.
So it's interesting, and I think there's a lot of things we can learn from you today. I believe we have a good speaker to actually educate us on engagement, especially the true meanings of engagement that facilitates learning. So thank you so much for making the time to be with us today, and Ramadan Mubarak. And I would also like to thank, of course, Dr. Raini for leading the sessions, as well as Sister Hilda from Learning Design Unit, CPD. And I would like to thank all the colleagues for being here today. We always have more than 80, and I'm very sure soon it will reach hundreds. And I'm truly grateful for this culture that we always wants to learn, and we always wants to equip ourselves with new knowledge so that we can deliver a much meaningful education experience. I have seen some senior colleagues here with us, so Prof. Amir. So I'm so grateful. Our seniors are here, and our junior colleagues are also here. So for your information, Mr. Hadi, we have very varieties of colleagues here from different kuliah, we call it, from different faculty. And mashallah, Dr. Bilal is among the frequent participants. So thank you so much for being with us today. Jazakumullah khair. And may Allah bless all of you for your sincerity and for your effort to attend this training. And may Allah bless the knowledge that we have, ilman nafi'an, that will save us from the hellfire, inshallah. Barakallahu fikum, jazakumullah khair. Again, Eid Mubarak. Soon, inshallah, we are heading towards our first the last 10 days of our Ramadan is sad, actually, but may this be a blessed days to come, and we get the Lailatul Qadar, inshallah. Again, jazakumullah khair, barakallahu fikum, wa alaikum jami'an. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you, Prof, for the welcoming remarks. Now, let me show you just a brief slide to introduce our speaker. So, inshallah, today, the training will be on strategies to foster active participation and engagement in classroom. We have a well-known speaker, Mr. Abdul Hadi Abdul Razak from School of Multimedia Technology and Communication, Universiti Utara, Malaysia. Introduction to the training. In today's dynamic learning environments, fostering active participation and genuine engagement is essential for student success. This training program provides educators with practical, evidence-based strategies to create vibrant, interactive, and inclusive classrooms where all learners are empowered to participate and thrive. Inshallah, the training outcomes will be: number one, develop interactive teaching strategies for active learning, design and implement inclusive engagement techniques, utilize digital tools to enhance student interaction, and to assess and sustain student engagement for long-term learning. Now let me introduce you to our speaker. Mr. Abdul Hadi Abdul Razak is a dedicated PhD candidate in game-based learning at University Pendidikan Sultan Idris and a full-time lecturer at the School of Multimedia Technology and Communication (SMMTC), Universiti Utara, Malaysia. With a strong academic background, he holds a master's degree in computer science from University Technology Malaysia and a bachelor's degree in information technology from UM. Mr. Abdul Hadi has extensive experience in the fields of multimedia, game design, web programming, and computer forensics. He is proficient in various software tools such as Adobe Photoshop, Dreamweaver, Flash, and PHP. He also has a passion for mobile programming and multimedia applications. As a researcher, he has published several journal articles and conference papers, particularly in the areas of multimedia education and game-based learning. He has also contributed to various projects, including online instructional consultation and digital literacy tools for children. Throughout his career, Mr. Abdul Hadi has received several prestigious awards, including in 2020, gold and bronze medals at the Talk International Game and Gamification. In 2018, Persama Award for winning the main prize in the invention category. In 2017, gold medal at the Innovative Research Invention Application Expo. In 2017, silver medal at the International Conference on an Exposition on Inventions, Pencipta 2017. In 2017 as well, gold medal at the International Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand Symposium of Innovation and Creativity. In 2013, gold and silver medals at the Seoul International Invention Fair, as well as double silver medals at the International Invention, Innovation and Technology Exhibition. In 2012, bronze and silver medals at the International Invention, Innovation Technology Exhibition. In 2011, bronze medal at the Seoul International Invention Fair, as well as silver medal at the Malaysian Technology Expo. So these awards actually reflect his innovative contributions to multimedia design, educational tools, and technology applications. So don't forget, 2 CTD points will be awarded to those who fill in the I attend. Please be reminded that the I attend link will be shared 15 minutes after the training start. Recorded in Zoom for a certain duration, and to fill in the evaluation form within 24 hours. And then please get ready for the photos to be taken at the end of the training. Without further delay, let's welcome Mr. Abdul Hadi Abdul Razak, everyone.
Can you
Hello.
hear me? So my internet connection is
Okay, it's like breaking up a bit, but now it's like getting better. Can you try again?
good now. Thank you so
Okay.
much, Dr. Raini, okay, for is it
Mr. Abdul Hadi,
clear?
you are breaking up.
Yes.
Ah,
Can you hear my voice? Is it clear? Sorry,
okay,
sorry.
now it's okay. Alhamdulillah.
There's a problem with my network right now. So a bit intermittent. And then sometimes it's okay, sometimes a bit stuck. Okay, I hope it will not jeopardize this program. All right. So thank you again. Thank you, Dr. Raini, okay, for the warm welcome. Okay, thank you, Prof. Mira. Okay. And then also I'd like to mention uh, Mrs. Hilda. Okay. And then I would like to also to say thank you, okay, for inviting me, okay, from Center of Professional Development, IIUM, for inviting me for this sharing session. I will call it a sharing session. I'm not in the position to give a lecture or to teach. Okay, but I just want to share, okay, my experience okay, I would like to share what if I did here in UUM. Okay, and then I would like to apa ni, to fulfill the promise, okay, to my judges, okay, from the previous ACRI, that I will try to disseminate this approach uh, all around the IPT or the Higher Institute Learning HIL here in Malaysia. So this is my second program which I able to share, okay, the finding and also the approach that I have developed since 2019. All right. So actually, I have a video beginning for my presentation today. So I would like to ask a permission to share. Is it okay to share?
Sure, please
Yeah. All
do.
right. Okay. All right. So I have a video actually. It's introduction. Last, I forgot about it.
We can hear the sound.
All right, thank you. That's my introduction for my class.
I just
All right,
want to tell you
uh,
that you cannot hear the sound just now.
oh, you cannot hear the sound.
Ah.
Okay, okay. All right. So I'm not sharing uh, the sound just now. All right. So
Ah,
okay. All right. So okay, for the introduction, okay, for my sharing session. So basically, what I will do for today is, okay, first of all, the first part is to explain, okay, the concept, the fundamental of what I call is a Gami class. Okay, what I call is a Gabi class, that based on my experience, it can promote engagement among the students. Okay, I've done it in my class, and then the Gabi class is a blended approach where I use it in a face-to-face class and also by using a LMS. So before I continue, may I know that in IIUM, so what kind of LMS are the lecturer use?
we have our specific internet platform.
Yeah.
We call it as iTaklim.
Okay. So it
Hmm.
based on Moodle or based on open learning?
Model.
Moodle. So I think I think when you say that's a Moodle, so I hope I think you will totally will understand. Okay, because bit similar here in UM, we call it as a UM online learning lah, or the short form is UMOL. So I'll be showing a lot of UMOL. Okay, and then I will try to explain, okay, the component for Gami class and how I do it. All right. Okay. So let's share again. So let me click share sound. Okay. I hope you so I will see. So this is the slide that I present throughout ni for the ACRI 2024. And then during the ACRI presentation, say as what Prof. Mira said, so I'm using a method, I call it a set induction to attract the attention of the viewer towards my presentation. So if you can hear it, if I think you can hear it, there is a music and then this effect. So I'm using a gun here, and then I will shoot the screen, okay, during the presentation. I don't know whether you can hear it, and then this is the effect. All right. So it's much better if I do it in front of you during the face-to-face class rather than just online. But just to give you an example lah. Okay, this is what I call it. I call it a hook component in my class or in my presentation lah. So same with this. So then you can see here. The second point is a low student engagement based on the boring approach that we use in our class. So most of lecturer same as me previously. So I just go into my class and then open the slide and then start talking and start giving a lecture. And then by using this approach, so a bit uh, when I receive feedback from the student, a bit engaging, and then it can attract the interest of the student towards the topic that I would like to disseminate on that day. So again, something like that. Right, and then there is a effect there, and then a good point. Right, then the last one will be the medical achievement. Okay, based on my experience, due to the lack of engagement inside the class or during the class, so at the end, the achievement of the student is bit mediocre. So it's not so impressive. And then if yeah, and by using this Gami class, uh, we can avoid it or we can enhance the achievement of the student. Oh, something like that. Right, something like that lah. So normally I use this kind of approach, okay, during my ACRI presentation, right? So and then there is the animation on the topic that I present during the ACRI, which is a Gami class. Okay, and then here I am. So this is the presentation of the Gami class. And then the rationale, okay, this is a video about LMS that we use here in UM, call it UM Online Learning. So this is my LMS before the Gami class. Okay, this is LMS before, okay, you can see here. So there are a lot of activities, there are a lot of notes, there are a lot of pictures because I'm from multimedia. So based on dual coding theory, so we need to uh, give a lot of images or visual to ensure that they're able to can relate. But the problem is the student engagement is a little bit lack. Okay, you can see that there's a lot of activities, lot of you can see activity, but at the end of the semester, I do realize that uh, not everybody do it due to maybe they know whether they don't appreciate it or do they have a lack of motivation to do the activities. So this is what is happening throughout my experience. Right, so I have a lot, a bit different from my colleague or from other lecturer. So I make up the LMS, okay, to create maybe much to create better engagement among the student. But what happened is at the end of the semester I feel a bit frustrated lah, because not all of my students do all the activities. Okay, so there is here, okay, based on the problem that I would like to solve, or and then I think this is a problem that I want to solve in order for me to create more engagement, okay, among the student. All right. So the activity is the activity completion, so we can access it in our Moodle, our LMS, that can indicate whether the student do it or not. Right. So you can see here again, it is unlike which we are expected. Alright, so then we have a medical achievement where the student only, most of the student receive a B plus, okay, for in my class. The few got A and also A minus, but most it is a B, okay. And then I think about the solution. So I would like to deploy the gamification, okay, in my class. Alright, so I will try do a research and then try to study on how I can pimp up my LMS, the UMOL, to ensure that I can attract the student to do all the activities set by me. Okay, so why do I choose a gamification? Based on there's a lot of based on PAPAS, he said that 80% of the learners productivity will increase. Okay, and then the lot of positive indicator that by using a game or gamification, it will enhance the engagement and also enhance the teaching and also the learning. All right, so this is the same thing. So and then I introduced this approach, but I call it a gummy class. And then this is the little bit the brief explanation what is a gummy class. It's a blended learning method because I'm using the face-to-face physical class together with the LMS. So for my classes, I have three components. The face-to-face physical, okay, and then the second one is the LMS, and the third one will be the WhatsApp group lah. Okay, to ensure that. So by these three methods or three approaches, so I have increased the engagement, okay, among my students. Right, and then by using this Gami class, so the student will immerse, okay, into the learning process, and they will feel fun doing it, and also it will become a factor that stimulates motivations, engagement, immersiveness, and also at the end is the achievement. Alright, so game class involve CPA. So it will involve the cognitive, okay, the psychomotor because they need to do it, and then it will affect their self lah, based on the effectiveness development. Alright, so I hope by using this game class that I will share throughout these 2 hours will give you some idea lah, okay, on how we can use this LMS to ensure that we can create engagement among our students. Right, so this is the one of the face-to-face class. So I'm using cosplay, I'm using costume, okay, as a set induction for my. So at the beginning of the class, I'm using the model called book and model. So I divided, structured my class into set induction, book, or something. This is how I participate on my part, okay, with the students. So I'm doing something that's a bit, whether it's a game, because not everybody something like this lah. Right, so it's that. So I'm inviting someone. So and then I am using, okay, the LMS here. You can see, okay, I will show the example later on more. So I'm using the Gami class approach to in Gami class. So in my LMS, I have my own structure, okay, for each classes, or sorry, for each topic or for each weeks. So I have this kind of thing lah. So based on what I call it's a MDA framework, mechanic, dynamic, and aesthetic framework. So I'll try to explain it later on. So just a introduction on what is the Gami class is all about. Okay, so these are SPIP activities, crossword, and this is the generally. So they are doing quizzes. Okay, I call it as a game-based assessment, game-based testing. So I'm employing a lot of digital tools, okay, in my LMS. I embed or incorporate it into the LMS to ensure that student can engage it lah. Okay, so they can do it. And this is one example of my assignment. Okay. Okay, for the lagi. Alright. So I've used 50%. This is the concept and component for the Gami class. So I have my model here. So for each of the classes, so I need to have a teacher, the class itself. Okay, I have the class materials. I have the class activities. Okay, and then the activities and material here, I name it as a I call it. I name it as a mission and also challenges. So I will show it later on. Right, then they need to watch a video, and then we have a sneak peek, okay, for the next class. So this is a 5 component that for each of the week for my class, I need to provide to the student. Okay, and then plus with the MDA as I mentioned earlier, mechanic, dynamic, aesthetic. Mechanic is the plug-in the tools that are available in Moodle LMS that we can use, okay, to make it to make the LMS become to gamify the LMS, and then we have the dynamic is the content, the activities, and the aesthetic is the visual, okay, inside the LMS, right? So I think I give you the so the impact and the involvement. So I won a few medals since 2020. So I've won a few medals here in UM also, uh, around the Malaysian level. Okay. So this is the environment impact. So we can see here before Gami class and after the Gami class. So we can see that the achievement, the performance of the student increase quite very well. Okay. So the same subject, but different method to the previous one. And then with the Gami class approach. Right. So we can see that the activity report. So here before the Gami class, and here is after the Gami class. So I can see that throughout this Gami class, it can enhance the engagement among the student. Yes, sure, maybe there are few that didn't do it, but most of the student will will engage with the activities and do all this. So this is the assignment comparison. Okay, much more better lah. Okay, previously, before and after the Gami class. Right. So this is the comment. Okay, based on the effective comment toward the student. So you can see that PMP the view of giving fun learning environment. Okay, and then this membuatkan saya bersemangat. So you see that create a motivation and so on lah. Okay, good experience. Right. So this is the comment from my student. Right. So next approach for next step is I would like to combine Gami class with a metaverse, something like that lah. Alright, so combining the metaverse for apa ni? Metaverse as my method rather than using Zoom. So I would like to use I'm using here spatial. So using a spatial to create a metaverse class, and then the student need to enroll into the class, and then a bit different from using Zoom, Webex, or Google Meeting. So they can interact together and so on. So I'm doing this. I'm doing this approach now. So I don't know whether it's okay or not, but based on the preliminary feedback, the student feel a bit different, and then they are really excited. Okay, using the metaverse class. Alright. Okay. So last, I will end it with a video. Not end the presentation, just end for the introduction of the Gami class.
Anda mau belajar dengan lebih berkesan? Gami class. Mari kita bandingkan pembelajaran tradisional dengan Gami class. Dalam kelas tradisional, pelajar sering kelihatan bosan dan tidak bersemangat. Tetapi dengan Gami kelas, pelajar aktif dan bersemangat. Bagaimana dengan sistem ganjaran? Secara tradisional, pelajar hanya mendapat grade. Gami kelas menawarkan lencana, papan pendahulu dan misi yang menarik. Dan flexibility. Kelas tradisional terikat dengan jadual yang tetap. Gami kelas memulihkan pelajaran teradun, SN pada bila masa, di mana saja. Mari lihat Gami kelas dengan lebih dekat. Setiap tugasan adalah satu cabaran yang menarik. Sejak pelaksanaan Gami kelas, kami melihat perubahan yang mengagumkan. Penglibatan pelajar meningkat sebanyak 40%. Dan pencapaian hasil pembelajaran meningkat sebanyak 35%. Bukan itu sahaja. Gami kelas kini adalah merupakan finalis anugerah khas Yang Berhormat Menteri Pendidikan Tinggi 2024. Jadi, pembelajaran yang lebih berkesan, Gami kelas. Gami kelas memperkasakan pembelajaran melalui gamifikasi.
Alright. Okay. So thank you so much for your attention. Sure. All right. Okay. If you have any question regarding my sharing session, so you may ask me throughout the chat, or you can on your microphone and then ask me at any time. Okay, it's okay for me. So Habibah Yusuf asked me, may I know what subject you are teaching? Actually, here in UM, I'm from a school of multimedia and technology. So most of the subject is related with multimedia. Okay, so the previous semester I taught asas system multimedia or multimedia system fundamental, and then a few subject in programming, video editing, and so on. So it can be done based on my experience. It can be this Gami class can be applied for any subject. Okay, whether it's a social, whether it's a technical subject, or whether it's a non-technical subject. Okay, it can be done because it will promote, okay, the engagement throughout inside the class, okay, during the physical class, and also during the asynchronous or during inside the LMS. All right. Let me. Okay, so all right. For the rest of the presentation, so I would like to explain a little bit about the strategies on how we can create engagement lah. And then we go back to the Gami class. Okay. A little bit of theory lah, the concept on how we can create a student engagement. Okay, so let me share again.
It's a question, Mr. Abdul Hadi.
Yeah, the other question, yeah.
Is Gami class an open system that is available to everyone, or is it exclusive to UM?
All right. The Gami class is just a model or approach. Okay, so I am using the Moodle version of LMS, which I leverage the plugin that available in the Moodle. So I will try to explain it later on. Okay, so on how I'll give you example lah. How do we can create a gamification in our own LMS? I think we can do it. Okay, for the IIUM LMS. Okay, so you can. I think it's the same things because we are using the based on Moodle here in UM. So I think at IIUM also can. We can use this kind of plugin. Yeah. Okay. All right. So is it? It's not a system. How do I say it? It's not a system. Academic class is just my own my own approach on how I leverage the LMS, the Moodle LMS. That's all. Okay. All right. So let me go to the Canva. Yeah, I'm sharing the presentation. The link here for us to open at your and we give the sharing copy link, and then you can open it. We can open it. Okay. Right. So the title given to me is a strategy to foster active participation and engagement in classroom. Okay. So I would like to begin my sharing session by defining what is a student engagement. Right. The student engagement, something that refer with a little bit attention. So how the student give attention to towards our lecture or inside the class. Okay, their curiosity. We need to, as a lecturer, for me, so you need to create curiosity among the student. Okay, so maybe you can give some through the WhatsApp group. Okay, we can give some idea to create this curiosity among the student, and then we need to build up the interest. Okay, for them to be in the class early of the morning for each week. Okay, this a bit based on my experience previously, it's quite difficult to create interest towards the student because they only come to class because, they only come to the class due to afraid of being barred from the final examinations. Okay, and then they need to the statement is to produce a passion, okay, among students and optimism. Okay, and then they will show it throughout the inside the class or throughout engaging with all the activities that we provide in the LMS. Okay, so if we are able, okay, to create their curiosity, to create the interest, okay, to develop the patience, definitely they will engage, okay, in our class. Right. As we know, everybody mostly our personality, our character is based on whether it's extrovert or introvert. Okay, so basically there are students. If the student is extrovert, definitely they will engage in the class. They will not be shy to ask a question. They will not to be shy to participate and everything. But for those students who are introvert, a bit quite difficult. Okay, by using this by using LMS, normally they are able to engage, okay, to participate on for all the activities because they don't need to speak out, they need to uh, uh, present themselves inside the class. So it's a good method to cope with the both of whether it's an extrovert or it's introvert. That's what do I mean by student engagement lah. Alright, so according to Fredericks, okay, uh, he said that student engagement is a multi-dimensional construct, okay, where we involve a four aspect. The first one is the behavioral management, okay, whether they are following rule, whether they are participation inside the class and so on. This is the behavior depending on whether it's an introvert or whether it's an extrovert. The second one is emotional management, okay. So whether they have interest in our class, whether they are bored with our teaching method or whether they are happy, okay, inside our class and so on lah. Then the third one will be the cognitive development. Okay, here, their investment on the learning is self-regulation and how do we employ or deploy the learning strategies. And the last one will be the academic management lah. Okay, so time spent academic completion of the assignment and so on. So this the multidimensional construct that we need to think about before we can create a strategy for the student engagement. Right. So how to develop a interactive teaching strategies. These are four factors that we need to uh, think about before we can deploy the interactive teaching strategies. The first one will be the current teaching content. So normally at the beginning of the semester, I will ask the student, okay, what are their interests, what are their expectations among the class, and then I need to look out. Okay, I need to get maybe their age, maybe their preferences and so on in order to suit with my teaching strategies. Okay, and then the second one with you need to know, okay, your learning outcomes. Okay, what is your objective? Okay, for example, I'm creating a multimedia practitioner. So my teaching strategies or my teaching method is supposed to be suit with enhancing their skill to become a multimedia practitioner. So we need to really understand what is the learning outcome. And then if the learning outcome is maybe not right, so maybe we need to adjust it a little bit. Okay. So at the end, what is your expectation, okay, on the student? And then the third one will be the implement value content. So you cannot deploy everything in just a one semester. So the Gami class approach, this Gami class approach has been it has been test since 2019 till now lah. So I maybe for the first semester I just employ the level up only. And then the third one, the second semester, I add more technique, more digital tools and so on until up to now, 2025. So that's I have a uh, complete component for my approach. Rather than you don't jump or don't put everything, okay, all the technique, all the tools, okay, in just one semester. So begin with small things first. Try to uh, develop the student uh, understanding toward the approach itself, rather than just uh, go on for everything. Okay, and then the fourth one, the last one, integrate technology thoughtfully lah. Okay, so you need to have a specific or suitable digital tools. Okay, that align with your learning objective or learning outcome. Okay, and then make sure that everybody can access the digital tools, and then I will show them, okay, how to use it for the first time. So I give you a demonstration, or I give you a tutorial on how to access all this digital that we use in my class. Alright, so these a few 7 strategies lah that we can use, okay, for the interactive teachings, okay, to promote student engagement. So this is a seven strategies lah. The first one is a think, pair, share. Basically, is asking a student and then discuss among your peers or among your friends, and then present it back to the class. Okay, the second V with the problem based learning. So you give a real scenario, real world problem, and then ask them, discuss, brainstorm or discuss, then provide their solutions. And then flipped classroom approach. Okay, maybe assign content, okay, review. Same, I have done it. Okay, I show you the Gami class at the beginning of my sharing session. There's some sort of a flipped classroom, and then using game in teaching and learning. Okay, so my presentation, sharing session is more focused on using game in teaching and learning. So basically, I call it as a Gami class. Then we can have interactive polling and quizzing. So we can create a poll to ask to decide, then create a quiz using Kahoot or whatever. Okay, role playing and simulation. So we can assign them to become. We can ask them to be to have a role playing, okay, during the class. And the last one will be collaborative learning group. So next, I will need your cooperations. Okay, to whether you can scan using your mobile phone or you can click. Okay, the QR, this QR code. You can click the code. Right side. So let me give the link. Scan the code and then just give a simple poll. I'm just select from the 7 uh, interactive teaching strategy that I've shown just now. So which is suitable for your class? What based on whether you just select one or maybe two or maybe three that is suitable, that can be applied or can be used in your class. Right, sir. Then let me. Oh yeah. Alright. So this is the best learning using game and teaching learning. But just want to get some idea. Okay, what is the popular approach in for UIA lah. So for me, I'm using the part one using game and teaching learning. But based on this polling, So let me give you give you the link, okay, in the chat. Okay, the polling ni. Thank you for the vote. So if I'm not mistaken, the most popular will be the PBL, problem-based learning, and also interactive polling and quizzing. Right. So basically, it's very easy to implement in our LMS or in our class. Okay. So the interactive polling is same. This kind of approach, so you can embed it in the your slide or embed it in your Canva slide. And then we can have it. Okay. And then they ask the student to answer the question. So normally, it also can promote interaction and also can promote engagements. Okay, among our student. Right, using game and teaching learning, collaborative learning group. Okay. Uh, right. So normally you may use any approach here. Okay, that can promote interaction, okay, among us and also with the student. Or any other method lah, so that can promote. Normally we can ask question and then they will give a feedback. Alright, so mostly we are using, okay, so interactive polling and quizzing is the most or the best way on how we can ask the student to participate in our activities inside the class lah. Okay, so most of us right now are using Kahoot. Okay, also we can use Padlet lah, the same as this here. You're using Padlet. Then we can see together, okay, one is much more, okay, suitable for our class. Right? I think that's enough. Thank you so much for the participation. Okay, for the engagement. So we can see that the collaborative learning is the highest one. Sorry, the interactive polling quizzing is the highest, and then the second will be the collaborative learning groups, and then we have the using teaching and learning lah. Okay, the third one. Okay, thanks. All right. Okay, so I would like to focus because due to my PhD, so I'm on my PhD is from UPSI and my topic is about game-based learning. So specifically on game-based assessment or game-based testing lah. Okay, I'm creating a game which game-based testing lah. So the game has been used uh, for testing and provide feedback. Okay, to the student. Okay, so games in teaching and learning refer to the practice of using games, the complete games, all right, the complete game or the game mechanic. Okay, we are using game mechanic or a complete game, okay, in our pedagogical as the pedagogical tools, okay, for our class. Okay, and it will facilitate learning by incorporate the element of play, okay, the play, competitions and rewards, okay, among the students. Okay, it also allow the student to practice or to understand the knowledge or the concept in a fun and interactive way. Okay, so it can utilize a lot of games. So I'm for my class, I'm using a lot of tools or a lot of games, whether it's a game-based learning or game-based assessment. Okay, I incorporate it in the class. Okay, to help me to promote the engagements among the student lah, and also reinforce their knowledge and their understanding toward the topic that have been learned. Okay, so by using a game, normally we can increase engagement lah. Alright, definitely it can increase engagement because nowadays for the younger generation, they are familiar with the the game environment, the game cycle, the game, because if we can look, most of the children nowadays have their own mobile phone, a gadget, and then most of the time they will be playing a game or watching the YouTube. Okay, so it's easier, okay, for the current generation rather than our generation to understand or to use to uh, need to understand about the gaming environment. Okay, the way how to play and so on. So the younger generation has a very as a good as a lot of advantage compared to us as the old generation. Okay, and the second one is to it can reinforcement, okay, of the concept. Okay, for example, one of the characteristic of a game, I call it a repetition. The action can be repeated. It's the same action. For example, if you are playing a shooting game, so you'll be shooting your enemy. So you can replicate the same action. Then once you incorporate learning of concept, okay, at the same gameplay, so it will be repeated again. So what happened is when we repeat the same thing again, so totally we remember it, then we able to understand it quite well. Okay, and then the third one will be the collaborative learning. Okay, so when by using a game, so for example, we have a game, multiplayer game, so they can cooperate, okay, with their peers or with their friends, okay, and then it will enhance the teamwork and also the communication. And then the last one will be the adaptability. Okay, it can be adapted. This game, okay, can be adapted to fit a lot of learning style, okay, and also subject. Okay, it can be used for any kind of subject lah. So for example, I will show you one example game-based assessment using Genially, the tool name Genially. So it can be used at any for any subject lah. So as long you have the question and you have the answer lah. Okay. Right. So for me, when we want to try to using games in teaching and learning, so there are three types. Okay, the first one is GBL, game-based learning. The second one is game-based assessment, and the third one is gamification. I'll try to explain it first, then I will show you. The another 1 hours, I will try to demonstrate or show you what I have did. Okay, how I have done it here in UUM. Okay, for me, they totally a bit different. Game-based learning is different with gamification, and also different with game assessment. Even though they are still you have the same word game, but the approach, how do we use it in our class, is a bit different. Okay, this is a game-based learning. Okay, game-based learning is uh, you use the game, the objective, the learning outcome, or the process learning need to be embedded into the gameplay. So meaning that it's not answering a question. For example, okay, yeah, you just run in the game and then suddenly you come to one place, then you need to answer the question. That is not game-based learning. Game-based learning is the process where we put, we embed the process of learning, okay, the learning outcome, the activity and so on into the gameplay itself, and then make it as a game. That we call it as a game-based learning. So this is one example. So this is my previous project. So I'm creating a game. For VK lah. This for pemulihan khas. Okay, for the student who primary student who cannot read, they go into call it recovery class. Okay, this is the rancangan pengajaran, the teaching plan. Okay, so you can see here, this is the rancangan pengajaran lah, the teaching plan. So for example, you can see dia menyebut nama benda VK, menyatukan, so pronounce the VK, complete the VK, and then if you can see that this is the way how you see in the class. So the teacher using the whiteboard, and then we will show the images of itik here. The VK, VK, vocal consonant, and then this is the way how they learn. Right. So based on this teaching plan and also the method they use by the teacher to teach the VK. So I have produced a game here called VK here. So uh, so let me do. Okay, so the same thing. This is game-based learning. So the student need to okay, see the fish lah, ikan. Okay, and then there is a when you click ikan. Then when you shoot the ikan, the ikan, the so the pronunciation happen here. So this is why I call it a game-based learning. So they are using game to learn. And by playing this game, so you will learn pronunciation and the student will learn, the kid will learn pronunciation lah. And then ikan. So it's a repetition process. So that's why I said this is a simple process lah. Okay, so they will repeat again, and play it until the last level and so on. So once they are finished playing this game, so they are able to identify the words ikan, IKAN, and the pronunciation, and then the image of a ikan, and so on. So this is what we call as a game-based learning. Okay, where we put the learning objective, the process of learning into the gameplay, the game itself. So it becomes a game-based learning. Alright? Okay. Right, this is an example of game-based learning. So then the second one will be the game-based assessment or game-based testing. So we use game-based testing in a class to assess the process of learning, whether the student understand or not lah. So it's the in multimedia we have pre-production and post-production. So game-based learning can be used at the last part lah, as a post-production, the post things, to assess whether the process of learning happen, and then they are able to understand, to check. It seems like the quiz or final examination lah. But we use game to change the process of assessment. Okay, for example, okay, this is an example of GPA I'm using generally, so we can open here. Right, so this quiz, so you can use this template. Right, so this is a game. In form, some sort of, it looks like a game, but there's no process of learning here. It's a process of assessing the student based on the class that we have conducted previously. Okay, this is the example. This is using the escape room, macam role playing game lah. Okay, RPG. Okay, let's for example. So this is the normally if you are using RPG, so this the kind of concept of RPG. So this for subject introduction to ICT. So this the about topic of communication. So and then we can use this kind of GPA to assess the understanding toward the communication. So for that topic, I lecture student. I teach student about message. Okay, using icon, emoji. Okay, to simplify the message. So right now, okay, we can see here. They need to answer the quiz lah. So we give a mark lah, and then we can incorporate it into the model. Yeah, we can incorporate generally as a assessment, and then it can be add into the Moodle punya grade books. Okay. Macam ni ni lah. Okay. Right, good. Including the following, so, let me give you some example lah. Telefon mana? Oh, tak boleh. Right, so yeah. Right. So, but you need to, this is not process of learning because you need to understand, okay, the content first, then this is some sort of assessment lah, quiz. Okay. Schooling. So you can get reward and then you can finish up. You can based on that I put your provide the link so you can answer all the question and then arrive to the end lah of this game. I will not show till the end lah. So this is what I call it game-based assessment or game-based testing. A bit different from previously, where previously you embed the learning activity, learning process, the course the learning outcome into the gameplay. So and then the game itself is based on your teaching and learning lah. But here for the game-based assessment or game-based testing, there will be no process of learning. They are only assessing and then the process of learning are just to correct them whether it's right or wrong. Okay, I call it as a game-based assessment. Okay, I use this kind of approach after I have disseminate my class lah. So I finish the topic, then I give them to play a game to assess their understanding toward the content that we have discussed. Okay, throughout the previous class. Okay, so this example. And then the last one, gamifications. Okay. So this is gamification example. I need one example of GBA. Sorry. Okay. So I will explain about what is a serif. Okay. And then there's a serif here. So to present serif. Okay. And then this sans serif. Sans serif is you can recognize it without the horn, without the tail, something that decorative at the end of this character. Okay, this is serif and sans serif. Then I ask the student, once I have explained the difference between the serif and sans serif, I ask them to play this game. So I didn't develop this game. I just use the available game that over the web, okay, or from the web. So such as this is a very good game in my multimedia area that the serif and sans serif. So I don't need to create by my own lah. Okay. So normally there just a few. The GBL normally you need to develop by your own, but GBA and GBT we don't need to develop it. Maybe we can just use the game that is available okay on the web lah. So for example here, let me give you an example. So based on the note just now, so we need to differentiate with what is a serif. The name was serif. So here, to test their understanding to differentiate between serif. So this is right. So then at the end of this game, they need to screenshot okay their marks, their point, and then upload it into the Padlet. Okay, and then we give a mark lah. Right. Normally, most of the students will get a full mark lah for this kind of GBT or GBA assessment. Okay. So the example lah. Alright, and then gamification. Okay, gamification is the process of integrating. Okay, this the third one is the gamification lah. You use the game element, okay, game mechanic, to increase intention, interaction, engagement, okay, among the student lah. Right, so this is what I call it a Gami class lah. Right, so I'm using the Gami class and then embed it into the UML. So let me show you the example. I'm not sure we are facing a problem in UM. It is the UM online learning. I think bit similar with the IIUM LMS. Try to into my account, my class. Never mind. So let's continue with Alright, so for the Gami class, so I employ what I call it as a level up here. So I have a level. So each time the student enter the LMS or enter the LMS, so they will know that okay their position inside the class lah. This we call it leaderboard. So and then I have employed the badges. So one he have fulfilled the activities or fulfilled the assignment. So if they are achieving the marks or specific mark or specific standard, so they will be given a medal, okay, a medal or badges. And then once they get the badges, they will be a bit different from the rest of the class. Right. So they will discuss among your friend, do you get the badges, do you get the medals, so on. Right. So then is the level. I would like to show you my UML. So this is my UML. So I have the aesthetic, okay, and then the mechanic is here is most of the mechanic, and then the activity here is the dynamic, and I add the aesthetic factor or component, okay, in my LMS, which I have the visual here lah. So that is the aesthetic. So that is example of gamification, right? It's not a game, okay. It's not a game. Okay, no, gamification is not a game. Okay, that's why we said I'm using a Kahoot. Okay, in my class, I don't. It's not a complete gamification. If we define it, it's a game-based testing. Game-based testing. Okay, gamification is uh, uh, we use the game element. Okay, complete game element. Right, and then it will promote okay the engagement among the student lah. So mostly Kahoot, it can be gamification, it can be GBT or GBA lah. Right. Okay. I want to show the I don't know. We are facing problem in something like this. So this is previous. Sure. Let me try to open it again. Previous workshop they have conducted here in UM for the young lecturer here. Okay, so you can see here, this is my student here. So most of it doctor. So this all the student lah. So you can see that this is a leaderboard. Okay, this we call it a level up. Okay, the same if you are using a Moodle at IIUM, so you can install this plugin into your LMS, and then it will just add it as your component in your LMS. Okay, so this is the leaderboard. So you can see here all the doctor here. Okay, this is my workshop. I give demonstration and teach them how to use this level up plugin. Okay, then can be applied in this current semester lah. Okay, so this is the student. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the gamification. So this is not a game. Oh lah, where is it? No, why? This is not a game, right? Okay, this is the activities here. Okay, so for example, this is my LMS, the gaming class. So and then what is the gaming class? So they need to this is the activity. Alright, they need to be done by the student. Okay, this is the notes. So they just can access this note. And then They need to download the note. The activity download the notes. Folder. So once the download folder, they have downloaded the folder or the notes. So they will receive some point. They receive a point, okay, because they participate in this LMS. Okay, here is the example, right? And then this the challenges. Okay, we can use a quiz. So they need to do it. And once they have done, so it's not a game. It's just, for example, here, just a normal teaching and learning activities. I'm using H5P. Okay. Then they need to do the crossword lah. So here's the crossword. You need to answer the question, and then they will get the marks. Okay, once they have completed, and then they will give a mark. They will get a mark. Okay, so for example here. This not a game. So, but what does it mean is gamification is not a game. You are not playing. You are not playing a game. Okay, you are not playing such as it's not the same with game GBL and GBA. GBA and GBL you are playing a game. Okay, you interact with a game. But here it's not a game. It's a serious things, but we apply the game mechanics into the serious thing. So it still have it's look like a game, but it's not a game. Okay, something like that lah. Okay. Right. So this is the uh so cantik. So I'm so sorry I cannot hear you because I have a problem with my when I when I'm sharing the audio for the uh boleh ikut tak tak I have the ni. So let me share again. I'm not sharing my sound. Okay, so you can ask me if you have any question about this CML. So if I would like to show you everything step by step, yeah, I don't think we have enough time for today. But just to show you, to give you some idea on how to gamify your LMS, gamify your LMS. This is how we do it here in UUM. So you can see here. Right, so let me. This for the scale gamifikasi lah. So I have this on bulan 1 if I'm not mistaken. Is in January. Okay, this is the keyboard shop. Alright, as you can see here, once you have this in my login lah. So if you want to if the bit different lah. So the different we see the level and so on. So if I can open student hire. This is the student view to show the student view lah, different subject. Different. I mean, alright. So here the class is
Excuse me, Mr. Abdul Hadi, you're breaking up.
how uh, This letters.
Mr. Hadi, not clear.
Excuse me, Mr. Abdul Hadi, you are breaking up.
Can you see it? Is it okay? Hello, hello, hello. Is it?
Mr. Abdul Hadi, hello? Uh, you're breaking up. Maybe dalam about 2 or 3 minutes macam tu.
Hello, hello, test, test,
Hello?
test.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello? Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Tadi Mr. Abdul Hadi mungkin kita tak dengar maybe about 3 to 4 minutes kot rasanya.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
So sorry, so sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, let me share again. No, I'm not.
It's
Uh,
okay. Your network over there.
I'm so
You
sorry.
can't
My
do anything,
network.
right?
Yeah, I mean at UM. I don't know why my network is so.
It's okay. It's okay. You can just
Okay, so
proceed.
sorry.
Tak
So
lama.
sorry. Alright. So let me. Okay. This is what I call it as a student view lah. This is my student, my previous student, and then you can see the student view in the LMS. So once they log in into the LMS, they will see that the level, okay, the current level for and the position, okay, on the leaderboard lah. You can see that this is the badges there. So this is one of the component mechanic that I use in the my LMS lah, in the Gami class. Okay, so this is call it gamification lah. So basically all the activities is not like a game. It's not a game. Uh, it's not a game. It's just a simple activities such as download the notes, read the article. This is the example lah. So for my this is the component of uh, week number two. So week number two. Okay, this is level 2. So I'm using level for topic rather than topic. So because to make it suitable for to make it as a like a game lah. So I'm using a level rather than just topic 2. Alright, so for the topic 2, this is called gamification lah, the Gami class model. So I have this aesthetic week. The student need to attend class. They need to attend face-to-face class, okay, and then they need to fulfill or need to do the 2 mission, okay, mission 1 and mission 2 and mission 3. This is mission 1, okay, and then they need to attempt these challenges, these 4 challenges, okay. So these are the activities for week number 2. It can be synchronously and it can be asynchronously, okay. It can be face-to-face class or we can use it, okay. This is the tasks that need to be done by the student. So you can see here, class note and reading. So they only need to they have completed the so as the activity completion and complete the activity, then we'll uh, add give a point, okay, on the level up. Okay, so this example just it's not a game. The same, only the same approach that we have done in our LMS. Cuma the difference is only I have the visual. That's all. So aesthetic nampak macam ni lah. So basically it's the same. The same thing that most of us do it in the LMS. Just can then so just a simple watch video and then this challenges crossword just now. And then this is the escape room that I've showed based on GBT. And then this is the assignment lah. So there's the assignment. They need to come up with a metaverse resume lah. So let me give you an example. So I applying all the gaming punya environment into my class lah. So the visual, the names, okay, the jargon and everything, and then also something that is related with the game lah. Resume. So this is the instruction, and this is the assignment. Okay, this is a assignment. This is an individual assignment. The example of the individual assignment. Okay, for the engagement. Alright.
Mr. Abang, we have two questions.
Okay.
Okay, the first one, just wondering, how much time did you invest to prepare materials for a course? I think quite many materials that you create and customize by yourself.
Alright. For basically, okay, let me show you. Alright. To the for the class, if you want to, there is a three in the framework. There is a three component lah. The first one is mechanic, dynamic, then aesthetic. Okay. So the mechanic is just a simple mechanic. Okay. If you go to the model, there will be something. So let me go to the. So there is something we call it as a. You need to turn it. It's the mechanic. To you have level up is already there. Okay, so you need there. So let me delete the first. Delete level block. Okay, so this is just the mechanic. So it's just easy, and we just need to add it into our LMS. Okay, so this is level up. Just add the block here. Okay, and then badges also the same thing. You can add the badges, okay, based on the add the block. In element and Moodle there is add a block. That yeah, I only use this two type of mechanic, okay, in my LMS. Okay, the second will be the this level block, so you can add again. Alright, so for the dynamic, you can ask ChatGPT or ask any AI, generative AI, to help you to structure your classes, your class, your topic for your class. And then the third one will be the so the more time that you need to spend is on the aesthetic. That's all. So everything here. So basically, if you are from multimedia or you're from graphic, I don't think you have any problem to design all this visual aesthetic. And then once you have everything, okay, so for example, all these things, so you can see that you can reuse. Okay, for example, here you can reuse the same visual, but you just change the code name or the code for the subject and the name of the subject. So I'm using the same. I just do it once and then I reuse the same visual again, and again. Maybe I just change the color and so on lah. But definitely, you need to add more time lah. Okay, to ensure that you have the aesthetic for your LMS. Itu jawab lah. Did answer the questions? Is it okay?
I think yes.
Alright, the second question.
The second question, which one? Okay.
What your advice?
Your advice for us beginners to gamify our lesson, maybe the one small thing we could do to start.
Alright. Okay, so my advice is, okay, if you have the same, okay, if you are based on Moodle, so the first thing they need to do is you need to ask your IIUM computer center or person that in charge with the Moodle, okay, to install this plugin. Level up. So where is the level up? Sorry. Install this plugin. So sorry. To install the plugin into the LMS, and then use the level up. That's all. So that's all lah. Because saya tunjuk is the Saturday 11:30. Oh, sorry, the internet is okay. What's happening? Ah, ah. Uh, okay, okay, the question, okay, right, maybe the one small thing that we do the start. So as I mentioned, okay, the answer is you, you may use you can gamify the your LMS lah first. Gamify the LMS first. You need to gamify your LMS first, and then try to ask the computer center or the person who in charge with uh, the admin for the for the admin for the Moodle. Okay, install one plugin called Level Up. Then just embed it level up into your subject. So that's the first one. The first thing that you need to do. Right. And then you need to that's all. I cannot. I'm sorry. I cannot show you how to do this. That's like, let me access my another class. I show you how to do it. So this is normal. So no need for the visual. For the first step, no need for the visual lah. You just need to embed or apply the what I call it, the mechanic. Okay, for the leaderboard. That's all. You know whether my computer is the problem. Happening to you, ML. Okay, so that I hope we answer level up. So you need to just install level up the plugin into the LMS, and then apply the leaderboard. That's all. And that's the first thing lah. You need to gamify your class. Okay, the rest, the dynamic or whatever is depend on the once you have experience with the leaderboard, the level up here, then you can add more activities. You can add more mechanics, okay, such as badges, okay, into your LMS. Right. Yeah. As I'm browsing the question, to create content is easy if we have the game module in our ITALM. Yeah. So we can ask for the uh, okay, based on my experience here in UM, so as a default, there is no plugin for the level up for the element, the gamification. So I wrote an email, okay, asked the person who in charge for our LMS to install the plugin for me because I would like to test it, okay, for my class. So they are able to install it in my LMS, then I able to use it. So in for this semester, everybody here, a lecturer in UM, can use this level up lah. So you may ask the computer center there at IUM to install the plugin. The name of the plugin is a level up. It's a free. The basic is a free. Then you are able to install it and then you're able to create a gamification. Then I'm so sorry because the okay, so maybe I asked this week. It's not difficult to access. So I'm doing this level up blog. Okay, so this is the way lah. Okay, to use it. So maybe itu. Oh, nampaknya. So sorry Doktor Rani.
It's okay. What can you do? Internet problem kan?
The internet is the server for this LMS.
Server for this
We have
one.
we are facing the problem since yesterday.
I see.
We cannot access we cannot access the attendance and so on. I don't know whether it's internet or whether it's a server itself.
How many weeks your semester has started?
This is the first week.
First week. Okay, no wonder.
So this is first week. So the student is on during the add and drop sessions.
Okay.
So it's a bit congested here. The server is a bit congested lah.
See. In IUM, we are on our third week.
Oh.
Mhm.
Alright, so and then you just add the block. You need to ask. I just want to show you the example. It is easier to I can show it how to add the block and how to what's the meaning of the block lah. In order to gamify your gamify your learning management system. Alright, so tak apalah, tunggu tak ada. So just search for level up, and then if you have any question regarding the level up, you may contact me lah personally. Alright, okay. Let me go to finish the slide. Okay, so we have another maybe 24 minutes. Let me explain about how we are able to use the game for in our teaching and learning. So you can use the available game, okay, or we can create by your own or develop your own. So for GBL, definitely we need to create our own. For GBT, available game. Okay, so for example, I'm lecturing graphic classic. So there is example lah. Graphic. Yeah, for example here online game that we can use that we can embed it into our class lah. So normally no need to create the game is so we can use educate play, you can free educational game generator, you can create the game in my game site graphic. Example graphic. Uh, then you can use generally to create learning game template, for example here. So we just use a game available. So then if we relate with our class, then we can just embed it. Yeah, so this is for example lah. So we have this is generally. Right, and then we can develop by our own game lah. Okay, so we can develop or create our own, but will take a time to create a game. And you can if you are able to create your own game, then definitely it can be an alternative assessment, and then you participate in the ACRI lah, and then you can win. Because normally, if you create your own game as an alternative assessment, uh, as a method how we disseminate the teaching and learning, so it definitely you have a advantage in the ACRI. Okay, rather than just using. But for our class, we just maybe at the beginning just use the game that available on the web and then make it as a activity in our LMS. Right. So these are three engagement approaches for my class. So I have a face to face. I have the learning management system synchronously WhatsApp group. Use until now lah. Okay, so I put effort 48 for the face to face, 48% lah. I divide it into two. Normally is most of my time is for the online for the face to face class, and then another part will be the configuring the UMOL lah. Okay. Alright, so for the face to face, this class is okay. It can be physical or it can be online class. So for me, this is I call it a face to face, but it's online face to face. So a bit different lah. Maybe the different approach, and then we can use the same tools, the same things. Okay, whether it's online or whether it's physical face to face. Okay, and then normally for my class, I'll be using the what I call this bookend model lah. So this is a bookend model. Okay, you may refer to this paper. Okay, by if I'm not mistaken, siapa dia ni ah? Oh, sorry, I forgot about the name. Right, so this the paper talk about how to teach chemical engineers. Okay, how to teach chemical engineers about teaching. Something like that lah. Okay, so this is book and model. So I've been using the book model to structure my class. Right, so model is to establish context. So this is the component of the book and model. So we can divide the lecture or the class into a separate section. So for example here, based on the book and model, so they need to have a initial summary, and then we give the lecture, then we have a recap, and then lecture again, and then we have activities, active learning activities such as quiz, such as game, such as discussion, answering a poll, and so on. And then we have a lecture, then have final summary. So this is my own version. So basically, at the beginning of the class, I will have a induction set or hook. Okay, and then I will give a lecture, and then I do a recap, and then I give lecture again. Then I will ask the student to do activity. Right. So normally this is the way how we can come up with the structure of our class. All right. So let's do some activities. So for those who are here now, still available. Okay, for this session. So let me copy this one. Here we give the prompt, the simple prompt. So maybe you can add more. Oh, sorry. Okay, open ChatGPT. So I using a cloud. Is the prompt. Okay, so the prompt. This is the prompt. So I am a lecturer and I would like to explain typography to my student in 1 hour class. The learning outcome of the class is to identify and distinguish between the fundamental classification of typeface, blah, blah, blah. Can you help me structuring to help me structure the class according to the class according to the book and model. So I'm using the book model. So what AI uh, here we call it SOW lah, scheme of work ataupun teaching plan lah. So it's something like teaching plan. So it will give you the beginning of 10 minute hook engagement, and then it say that the activities that can attract hook among the student lah. So here is the one of the process lah. So give you how many minutes as a hook to engagement, and then explain the how to minute to explain the relevant or objective, and then can do a pre-assessment, pool and so on. So this is the teaching plan. So this is one way how we can engage the student towards our class. Okay, by structuring or provide a teaching plan for each of the topic or for each of the week. Okay, so macam something like this lah. Okay, and then we have the preparation for the material, then they give material, and then okay, if you have a specific game, okay, for the specific topic, so you can the okay, for example here I'm adding the I shot the sheriff. Okay, from so alright, so for example, I have a specific game named I Shot the Sheriff. Okay. And then I would like to ask the AI to, so it will add it to activities. So it's much more easier to structure, okay, to organize our class using this AI. Then it will provide a good teaching materials. You can also ask the AI to give you a suggestion or any available games, okay, or any available activities for the specific learning outcome. Okay, this is the book and model. So the keywords of here is using a book and model. So based on the model, so they will divide it into for 1 hours. So beginning is 10 minutes, and then middle is, and the last one macam-macam. Okay, and then the end with the 10 minutes lah. So they give a preparation, and then you can add more lah. So based on your prompt. Okay, this is we call it book and model. Alright, so let me finish it. Show you the example. Alright, so this the Gami class. Okay, we have the mechanic, dynamic, and aesthetic. So I just will show you. So the mechanic is the component, points, leaderboard, and so on. Meanwhile, mechanic, dynamic is the content, the aesthetic is the visual. That's all. So if you have everything, mechanic, dynamic, aesthetic, then you have a complete gamification. But if you don't have the, you still can you can apply the gamification for your LMS. Okay, as long you have the mechanic and also the dynamic, the content, and also the mechanic, the plugin for the level up, for the badges and so on. The board. So this is the essential of the element in the gamification. Okay, normally I just use 3 things in my LMS. The first one is the board. I call it a level up plugin. Okay, the second one is the badges. And then the third one is the avatar. I ask the student to change their profile picture in the UML, the LMS. Okay, and then use the level up plugin, and then the badges actually is default badges lah. Okay, in the LMS. Okay, just use 1, 2, and 3 only. Okay, for the mechanic. Okay, this is the level up. Okay, you can search it, level up. Okay, this is the latest badges lah, badges. Okay, badges. Okay, go to the LMS. You can go to the, let me show you the example. Where is it? Where is it? As a default, they will be available in the LMS. For the level up, you need to ask admin for your LMS server to install it. Okay, we can install it by our own. Right, we need to apa ni? For here to ask the UMIT lah, UMIT computer center to install the plugin for me. Okay, me my so we call it as a so I have a teaching the class, whether it's online atau physical, and then I have the class materials, so such as notes, module, PowerPoint, journal, article, and so on. And then I have the class activities lah, whether it's assignment, whether it's or anything, any digital tools. And then I also I will incorporate video from YouTube, or I create my own video, okay, for the student to watch. And then the fifth element will be the sneak of the class. Okay, so this is sneak peek the class to ensure that they will they will read or watch a video for the topic for the next class. Okay, this is the component lah. So for in my LMS. So basically, most of my friend use the LMS just to put the assignment or just to put the notes. Okay, but we can put a lot more, okay, in the LMS, not just the notes, but we can use it as our tools to disseminate teaching, and so that will allow the student to learn, okay, inside the LMS. So there is difference between me and most of the lecturer here in UM. Alright, so this is the example lah. Okay, ni. And then is the model. So I combine together that become the what I call is a Gami class model. So I have the component, okay, for my teaching and learning, and then I apply the MDA framework. Then that's what I call is a Gami class. Alright, okay, dah biar. Okay, so before we have another 10 minutes. So let's okay. Alright. So we just need, okay, you want to add the level up, we can go to the add a block here. So normally most of the there are a lot of version of Moodle, but basically every version pun the same lah. So we call this a level up. Okay, how to get this level up? If you go to the block in your LMS, you cannot see the level up. What we can do is ask the person who in charge, okay, or who had the administration, okay, for the LMS to install the plugin. So for example here, I can add the level up plugin, and then the editing. Okay, SAS they will automatically they will create a for them ah. So the point is available there, and then because based on the activity completion, so that is the first mechanic lah. Okay, for the access. Okay, just here we can see in the setting, setting, there is a manage badges. For example, here, what's the name, and then description, and then put upload the image pages, okay, and then just pages, create the badge, yeah. So let me go turn on. Okay, so we can go to the badges here. Maybe I can, that is the badge, this available badges. So able to, so this is to complete all this, complete all the activities, they will receive badges origami class lah. So you can see here, for the badges of medal of persistence, so there are 47 participants, okay, receive the badges, but for the medal of awesomeness, it's only 36, and then 49 I have the cinematic scholar 2 badges. Okay, then there is no participant receive the badge of origami class. Okay, so this is badges is available in the LMS. So you need, so once you have these two type of mechanic, then you can apply gamification in your LMS. All right. So as a conclusion, okay, for today, okay, let me stop here. Sharing. Right. So I have shown you, I explained about what is the strategies on how we can upgrade or we can enhance, okay, the engagement, okay, towards the student. All right. So definitely, based on my experience, I have applied the gamifications and also game-based learning plus game GBA lah in my teaching and learning. So, but definitely you need to apa ni, do a research, okay, or need to uh, find a way on how we can integrate, okay, the activities and so on into our class lah. Okay, normally based on the experience and the feedback, so the student have fun, okay, while engaging with this Gami class concept. Okay, so they have increased their knowledge and also increased their performance. Okay, once they have participate in this Gami class or gamification concept. Right, so I'll show you on how we can use the bookend to structure the class to create engagement. Normally, as a final word from me, the engagement or interaction among the student lecturer is supposed to be both way. So based on the interest of the lecturer and also interest of the student. So if it seems something uh, for me, I can say in Malay, it depend on the buka pintu hati lah, open their heart. Okay, so if you are able to open their heart, okay, and then everything will be easier lah. Okay, that's the problem. The problem is how to open their heart. So one of the way to open their heart is by playing lah. By playing is by using a game. So one of the way lah. So because we as a human, we are familiar with game and play. So that's why it's easier to open a people's heart by creating a game environment and creating a playing punya surrounding. Alright, I think that's all from me. Thank you so much again to CPD, and again so much to Trani and from Mira and from UIIUM. Okay, I would like to say sorry regarding the breaking up just now, and so based on my presentation. Okay, I hope everybody can able to get some idea on how we can uh we can enhance, okay, the engagement among our students. I think that's all. So I pass back to Dr. Raini. Sorry.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abdul Hadi. We have done so much. Basically, you have actually inspired us to explore further, basically, on how to maybe create our own plan to apply gamification in our classes, inshallah. Don't worry about the breaking up everything. It's not your fault. It's not something that we can control, right? So that's
Yeah.
okay. All right. So let me see if I can see any other question. No, and then a few participants left because they've got 11:30
Yeah.
class. So okay, I think that will go all. Anyone from the audience, maybe you want to ask one question? Okay, I think okay. All right, so okay, let's end with Tasbih Kafarah and Suratul As. Alright, so okay, let's whoever is available and can turn on your camera,
Welcome.
please turn on your camera. And don't forget participant to fill in the evaluation form. Okay, I'm going to take the first screen. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay. Second screen. 1, 2, 3, smile. And the last one. 1, 2, 3, smile. Alhamdulillah, thank you very much, Mr. Abdul Hadi. We look forward to maybe have you face to face, inshallah. Actually, I saw I saw your presentation in Akri last time.
Yeah, I think you did.
I remembered the pistol.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we are able to do it face to face, inshallah, we can call you again, inshallah. Thank you
Yeah,
very
because
much.
yeah, because from our part here in multimedia, so
Hmm.
according to Mayer lah, so there are three type of memory. Okay, we
Mhm.
call it as sensory, short term and long term. In order for us to remember for a long period,
Mhm.
so it's supposed to supposed to affect the emotions,
Ah,
something like that. So whether it's a happy, sad, surprise and so on. So the pistol here is to surprise you, just to surprise you at the
Mhm.
acre lah. So
Yes.
that's why you can remember it.
Yeah,
So
I can
that's
remember it
call it
until
long
now.
term.
I remember
Yeah.
the shock,
Okay.
the surprise, the feeling of shockness. Yeah, I still remember it
Yeah.
until now.
Okay.
Inshallah.
Okay.
Okay, all right, so I think that will be all. Thank you so much, everyone, Mr. Abdali, and thank you so much for our dearest participants. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam. Bye bye.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi